Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And guys, today we're going to review Black Mirror episode Hang the DJ. And guys, in this episode, one of the main characters, played by Georgina Campbell, I believe her name is, starred in this particular episode. She will play, I believe, Laura Zod, Laura Zod in the upcoming Krypton show. Or I'm sorry, it might be Lena Zod. Um, and this episode of Black Mirror, a little bit different from the other ones. It's not long, obviously, before we discover that this is not yet another situation where we're dealing with a simulation. And what I find interesting about that, as I've went through several Black Mirror episodes dealing with these beings that exist in these simulations, are that they seem to be actual conscious beings. So if this is based on the same technology as many other of the Black Mirror episodes, then I'm under the assumption that within the universe of Black Mirror, there comes a time when these conscious beings actually get certain rights, and I'm starting to guess now that maybe this happens prior to that. But it's also very interesting because there are basically these conscious beings within the simulation to basically collect data for a dating application. And what also was very funny about it is, as they went through the various problems in association with dating, is kind of a mirror reflection a lot of what people go through when they use dating apps in real life. All the good dates with people that you wish you never had, and as well as the ones that were good but you didn't stay with for whatever reason. And we kind of see this kind of mirror in this episode, with our main characters here, as they kind of hit it off from the beginning, but in order for the system to have collect enough data to determine, who's a proper match within this dating application, it's important that they go through so many experiences and so many dates with various people. It's not long before their paths cross again, and we discover that they want to be with each other so bad that they're willing to break the rules of this artificial intelligence system that they use, which they refer to as Coach. And Coach is basically, gathers the data, tells them what they need to do, and right away, as we don't know, obviously from the beginning, that they are these, basically these simulated beings. We're wondering, like, what is going on, because they can't do certain things. They can't try each other's food. Behind them are these kind of like gatekeepers that keep everybody in line. And what that did was that kind of brought to my mind, it kind of made me feel like the Matrix situation. I don't know why I didn't catch on then, but I did catch on that something was definitely wrong. I didn't automatically switch to conscious beings, because I didn't know how far into the future this was. So I didn't know if they had, there was another reason they were doing it, but I didn't switch to that they were simulated beings. But obviously, after we received the information, I automatically thought about the Smiths in the Matrix series, these gatekeepers that make sure that you do what you're supposed to do, and not discover that you're in the Matrix. And they, through disobeying the system and wanting to be together so much, they actually create for the algorithm the enough data to create the perfect dating match. And in real life, we get to see their real life counterparts who have now found each other through the dating app. Also, what I found kind of interesting, is kind of funny, is sometimes I play these virtual games, and you're kind of inside these virtual games. Time moves really fast in there. Like, you might only be in there several hours or a month, and it might feel like you've been in there for years. So, as we got to see with these simulated people, they're going through these years and years of dating. And, I'm assuming that when this dating app is, obviously when the dating app is gathering the data, it's doing that at record speed, right? It's doing that. So whereas it's years for them inside the simulation on the outside in real life, probably only a few minutes passing. So I also just found that very interesting. I really like this episode, guys. It's kind of was like the, I guess you could see the San Junipero of season 4. It wasn't any, it really didn't have a bad ending, although I was a little bit disturbed at the end when all the various algorithms start to disappear and dissipate to all go into this algorithm. Because once again, if these are actual conscious beings they're using inside the simulation, it's a type of life, right? So they're sacrificing the lives of these algorithms or these conscious digital beings in order to just collect this data to serve humanity. I guess it's kind of like the question back to making artificial beings, making robots, a type of slave for us, which one day could achieve consciousness, and then at what point, what rights would they have? Would they still be our slaves, or would they be these type of beings independent to themselves? But anyway, guys, I like this episode. Tell me what y'all thought about it. Again, a lot of people compare it to the San Junipero episode because of season 3, because of the happy endings. We don't get many of them in the Black Mirror series. Guys, if you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, take care.